Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over our buys, sells, and dividends for December 31st of 2023 to January 6th of 2024. Let's get it. So the first thing that I want to pull up here is the amount of dividends and profit we made this month and the buys that we have. So we have our totals right here on the calculators, but we're going to go ahead and go over those numbers right now. So the profits that we took this week, just this week, and of course this month because it's January right now, would be $220.84 on Filecoin. We took $84.13 of profit on GRT, which is the graph, and $92.88 on Scale, and also $97.23 on HSEN, or the Grayscale Horizon Trust. That total number comes out to $495.08. Now, in terms of our buys for crypto, we bought Jasmy, Scale, Mana, the Graph, and for the non-native crypto position, we have not bought HSEN actually yet, as you guys can see here. So, kind of forgot about it on Friday morning, to be completely honest, but turns out that it actually worked out well because as we showed you guys in a previous video on HSN, the price actually went down between Thursday to Friday. So if we can manage to get in at the right price, we'll actually get it like 20 cents cheaper come Monday. So that worked out pretty nicely in our favor. But as you guys can see, we still have LTCN. So basically our plan is to buy $1,000 worth of HSN on Monday. And if it goes lower, then we'll slowly start to add more to that position. Again, I'm not saying the market's going to crash, but there's a lot of clear macro signs that are pointing to the possibility of a couple of months of correction. Because again, everything is pretty much overbought right now. So, anyways, with that being said, so the amount of dividends that we got this month were $204.27. As you guys can see here, we'll go over that in a minute. So that brings our total profit and dividends for the month just shy of $700. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at the actual transaction we had on HSEN this month. So the initial amount that we had put in initially was $2,000 even. You guys can basically see that we pretty much bought roughly that $2,000 mark here. So for those of you guys that are pretty good at math, this is just slightly over $2,000. I think it's roughly about $2,000.10. So if we do the math on this, so we do 188. Whoops. Sorry about that. 188 plus 825, 94 plus 1,083.29 comes out to 2,097.23. And we did tell you guys that the profit for HSM was 97.23. So there it is. So it actually turns out we placed a market order for this instead of a limit order, and we actually got we were supposed to make a couple $100 in profit, but that didn't happen because of a market swing. There was some it's known in markets as slippage. There was some slippage on the price, so we ended up accidentally getting filled at a lower price on some of these shares. So 188, that was a good price there. You guys can see where the slippage happened right here. It took place, unfortunately, at $1.70, so that kind of cut our profit a little bit. And then again here at 188. So I'm not sure how this happened, but might have been like a whipsaw wick or something like that in the markets. I'm not really sure. So that is the Fidelity portfolio that we have right now. We've already gone over the profits, what we took in profit on crypto and non-native crypto. We went over the buys. So now let's go ahead and go over the dividends. So as you guys can see here on the M1 Finance portfolio, we have 1121 from PDI. This is actually going to be more this upcoming month because we bought a lot of it in December. 46 cents on CRF, 49 cents on SVOL, 4 cents on PFLT, 615 on Good. This is a REIT. REITs have been getting beat down pretty good because of the Fed raising rates. That obviously has a very negative correlation with real estate. So REITs are pretty cheap right now. So it's actually not financial advice, but it's a good time for dividend buyers in my opinion, to pick up REITs at cheap prices like O Realty and any other REIT out there you can think of, maybe like WP Carey and FRT, various kinds of REITs, whatever you can get your hands on that's, at a pretty good valuation. So $1.23 on CLM, 2 cents on Walmart, and 3.14 from Triple QY. Before we get into the dividends for the Robinhood portfolio, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the trades that we made on M1 Finance for this particular week. So going back here to the second, you guys can see we put a lot of money into Riv. Again, a lot of this was profit from the crypto markets or swing trades that we had. And then we go to January 3rd, just a little bit, tiny bit in OPP. January 4th, a much bigger buy in OPP. Again, this was also quite a bit of profit that we placed in there just to kind of boost our holdings for the month of January, and a little bit more in OPP on the 5th. So now with that being said, actually we'll do Webull real quick. So our clip dividends finally did come in a few days after the payment date. We kind of figured that was going to happen, but that's $115. We do not currently have any buys or sells taking place on the Webull platform. We're kind of just holding it at this point. Now, in terms of Robinhood, the things that has changed here is we have bought quite a bit of Coney. We got our dividends from all the Defiance ETFs, and we have placed buy orders for Murni, Cypher, and BTBT. So we're going to go ahead and get into that right now. So you guys can see that we have currently 27 shares of Coney. Our position is pretty high up there at almost $30. But again, you got to understand we're not even in the crypto bull run yet. So when we are in the crypto bull run, when the Bitcoin spot ETFs come out, I mean, I cannot even tell you how high the price of Coney could go. It could go up to like $60 to $100 a share. We really don't know at this point, but if it went to 60 or 80 or $100 a share, I'm just going to put it like this. I would not be surprised. I really would not. So is it expensive now? Maybe with the pullback. Is it expensive over the next 12 months? Honestly, no, I don't think so, in my opinion. So with that being said, we'll take a look at the buys here. Trying to figure out where the thing is that I can use to move the screen. All right, so here we go. So you guys can see that we had a buy order here on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. We basically bought this thing right up until the X date. So I believe the X date was yesterday, and the payment date's going to be on the 9th. So the next one we got here is, we'll take a look at Murni. This is also the other yieldmax ETF that we bought. As you guys know, the MRNY dividend was absolutely insane. It was like some $2.65 or something crazy like that. So we're expecting to get a nice juicy dividend from that. In terms of the technicals, we'll go over this in a separate videos, but MRNY has had a breakout on the weekly time frame, but it still looks massively undervalued. It's just now starting its uptrend. So we think that this thing, in all honesty, at this point is actually quite undervalued. Or I should say the underlying for the Moderna yieldmax ETF. So now the triple QY dividends. Take a look at the dividends here. We got $30.52 on January 4th. Here's the S&P version. So we got $23.77 on January 4th as well. That was just a couple of days ago. And IWMY, we actually decided to pick this one up because, again, the dividend was really good. But also, those of you that don't study the markets really deeply, you'll be surprised to know this, but generally between December and February, the Russell 2000 outperforms the rest of the market. That's usually what happens. And the Fed has not said that they're going to start cutting rates yet. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm expecting the Russell 2000 to continue to go up in value along with the stocks in it, at least for the next couple of months. So we got 1224 from that. Now we'll take a look at BTBT. Just so you guys know, BTBT and Cypher are Bitcoin miner stocks. We have told you guys about those and showed those in a previous video where we talked about, I believe it was LTCN, BCHG, and HZN. So go back and check that video out if you haven't seen it. We talk more in depth about this. But we picked up roughly about $240 of this at a pretty good price. It pulled back, and as soon as it did, we got in because we felt like it was a good price to start scaling into, not necessarily bulk buying. This is not going to be a position trade. We decided to enter early, and basically we're just going to scale into it. If it was a position trade, we would have waited for what we thought was the perfect entry, and we would have just put a lump sum of money into it and then let the trade play out. That's typically how we do our swing trades. So now we got Cypher. We got $200 in this. So you can see it's pulled back a little bit since we got in. Average cost $425, current price $398. So we're down about 6%. We think BT has more potential, so we're going to get that first. And if Cypher still has an opportunity, we'll pick more up after that. So with that being said, this is our buy, sells, and dividends for the week. Hope you all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.